purview, not the city purview. You kind of annotize what our responsibility is and what your responsibility is. But that doesn't keep the questions from coming to us. And so to have more information so we can more appropriately point them to you, and for us to have the kinds of answers we need. So I appreciate your information.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Sorry, I thought of something else that I probably should add in relationship to your previous question. If an operator shuts in a well and we are not receiving production reports on a monthly basis for that well, at the end of 12 months, we are going to consider that well as time to plug it. And we'll go to the operator and say, you need to plug the well as opposed to keeping it shut in. So we do monitor whether or not the well is producing over time. So that's just one other thing I wanted to clarify.
That's good to know. Thank you so much. Appreciate all the information given to us today very much.
Any other questions? All right. Chief Grauson, there you want to kind of summarize here for us as
I'm Krause, Fire Chief, and I think our state agencies have done a very good job explaining the functionality and their responsibility and their statutory authority regarding the wells. I'll bring to you a perfect case in point where all these things came together back in 2014 at the LABC well. Okay, we had a pad site emergency. Railroad Commission showed up, so did TCEQ in a support fashion. So from an emergency perspective, we were working with the operator and a well control entity to manage the incident to a resolvable solution. TCEQ played a role as far as the release of the chemicals or the fluid, frac fluid from the site. They also did some on-site monitoring. I think they had some steam canisters there. And so those types of things is a realistic expectation for what the state can actually provide. As the Railroad Commission representative provided you with, there's a lot of wells in the state of Texas. And their mission is big. So the local responsibility for how these sites are developed and permitted and implemented are always in conjunction with the Railroad Commission and other state agencies. If there's an emergency, we have the tools and equipment to deal with those emergencies to the level we can as we begin to work. If necessary, we'll work with the agencies, the operators, and their response agencies if necessary. But the fact is that the atmospheric monitoring responsibility is under the auspices of TCEQ. If we notice something significant, either the gas flow team or from us from emergency response, we'll report on what our findings or our concerns to TCEQ, and we would expect them to respond accordingly. And I think that would help the prioritization if we clearly saw something significant issue that we would facilitate communication for TCEQ to speed up the response and do those kinds of things. But the reality is that there are clear lines of authority and responsibility in the state of Texas. Railroad Commission has below ground. TCEQ has the environmental aspects of the well. We have responsibility for the surface level activity and control of enforcement of our codes and things like that. So when you have 435,000 wells or 65,000 wells in the state of Texas, you can see that it's a we're an energy producing state, and I think our history here in Arlington as far as how we manage those pad sites has been effective thus far. But we also have to realize that the state, from a regulatory perspective, provides a certain level of response capability and regulatory authority. Locally, we have positioned ourselves to deal with the emergency consequences. So interesting to hear the discussion from the representatives today, because all the things they stated today occurred back in 2014 in LABC. And I